to pay off. She currently works as a food delivery driver, a job she clearly dislikes. Her expressions show that she's desperate to leave, but most of her income goes toward repaying her loans. One day, Emily's friend, Alina, tells her she can arrange an interview at her workplace. The next day, Emily shows up for the interview, but the manager refuses to hire her because she has a criminal record. No one wants to employ her. Angry and disappointed, she walks away. Outside, she meets a man who gives her a phone number, saying it could help her earn $200 for just 1 hour of work. Confused by such a big offer, Emily decides to text the number. She quickly gets a reply and is told to come meet someone the next morning. When she arrives, she finds several other people gathered there. The man in charge introduces himself as Yusuf, a well-known scammer. His operation involves stealing people's credit card information and creating fake cards to make expensive purchases. He tells the group that their job is simple: use these fake cards to buy luxury items from major stores, then deliver the goods to him for a big profit. Emily is hesitant, realizing it's illegal, and worries she could get caught. But Yusuf reassures her, and tells her not to worry. He has made a fake ID card for her, and she should just focus on the job. Desperate for money, Emily agrees. The next day, following Yusuf's instructions, she goes to a high-end store and uses the fake card to buy a $2,000 LED TV. The plan works, she earns her first $200. Impressed by her success, Yusuf gives her another task. This time, he promises $2,000 if she completes it well. He also gives her a new phone, saying all future communication will happen through it for security. Emily asks what kind of job pays that much for an hour, but Yusuf simply says, she'll find out soon. Yusuf's business runs smoothly. He hires desperate people like Emily to do the stealing while he profits from selling the stolen goods. Emily waits for his next message, but days pass without a word. Frustrated, she throws the phone in a trash bin. Just then, she hears a notification. It's a message from Yusuf. It simply says yes or no. Realizing it's another job offer, Emily retrieves the phone and agrees to meet him. This time, Yusuf tells her the mission is more dangerous. She must steal a car. He warns her that when making such a large purchase, the real cardholder might get a verification call, so she'll only have 8 minutes to complete everything and leave before getting caught. Emily accepts the challenge. At the dealership, the manager becomes suspicious when he notices she isn't interested in any car details. As Emily finalizes the purchase, the real cardholder calls to report the transaction. The manager grabs Emily, but she fights back, injuring him, and drives off with the car. Furious and shaken, Emily confronts Yusuf, throwing the keys at him and saying she doesn't want to continue. But Yusuf calms her down and pays her the promised $2,000. He even offers to drop her home. On the way, he opens up to her about his dreams, how he's saving money to buy his dream house. Emily asks if he really earns that much, and Yusuf tells her there's more money in this line of work than she can imagine. Emily shows interest in learning, and since Yusuf has developed feelings for her, he agrees to teach her everything. He takes her to a secret room where he keeps a card printing machine and all his equipment. He trains Emily to make fake credit cards herself, warning her never to use them for personal purchases or at ATMs, only at specific stores. Emily soon becomes skilled at the job. She prints multiple cards, buys expensive items, and sells them to black market dealers for profit. When she tells Yusuf, he's impressed and suggests they partner. However, tension arises when one of Yusuf's cousin, Arman, reacts strangely toward Emily and takes Yusuf to another to talk to him. Later, Emily meets Alina, who asks her to house sit and look after her dog. That night, Emily receives a call from one of her dealers, asking to meet. She waits at the location, but no one shows up, so she returns home. As she climbs the stairs, a man suddenly attacks her. It's the same dealer, accompanied by a woman. They hold a knife to her throat and demand all her money. Terrified, Emily gives up the location of her hidden cash. The pair take everything and flee, leaving her devastated. In anger, Emily tracks them down, shocks the man with an electrical wire, and forces his partner to return all her money. Soon after, Alina returns and hosts a party. Emily brings Yusuf along, and during the celebration, they confess their love for each other. Yusuf then takes Emily to see his dream house and introduces her to his mother. But Armand shows up and warns that Emily made a mistake by shopping at the same store multiple times, and now there's CCTV footage that could expose them all. Emily grows defiant, insisting she won't stop working no matter what. Yusuf tries to calm her down, saying she doesn't have to keep risking her life for money. He has earned enough already and he has a joint account with Arman. Once he withdraws it, they'll leave the city forever and start fresh. But when Yusuf checks his stash, he discovers all the money is gone. Arman has betrayed him. Shocked and angry, Emily insists they confront him, but Yusuf warns her that his cousin is dangerous. Still, Emily refuses to back down. As they prepare to confront him, Yusuf asks Emily why she struggles to get a job. She explains that she once had a fight with her ex-boyfriend and, in anger, held a knife to his neck to scare him. He reported her to the police, which left her with a criminal record that ruined her future. They arrive at Armand's house disguised as food delivery workers. Emily shocks one of the guards unconscious and locks him in the car trunk after learning there are 6 people inside. Using his phone, she lures them outside, sneaks into Armand's room, and finds him waiting. He attacks Yusuf, injuring him, and tries to stab Emily. She fights back and stabs him instead, demanding to know where the money is. Terrified, he confesses that it's hidden in the fridge. Emily grabs the cash and tries to escape with Yusuf, who is badly hurt. But when they reach the car, they realize the keys are missing, and police sirens approach. Armand had already called the police. Emily knows she doesn't have time to save them both. Heartbroken but determined, she takes the money and runs, leaving Yusuf behind. The police arrest Yusuf and later raid Emily's home, but she's already vanished. The final scene shows Emily in South America, living a luxurious life. She owns her dream car and dream house, just like Yusuf once dreamed of. Now, she trains others in the same scamming business, completing her transformation. And with that, the movie ends. Thank you for watching.